Hey guys, what's up? Hopelessdragon here with another video. Today it will be on my Nekroz, but it's not really the $800 to $1,000 expensive version. This is a budget version. I like to call it nickel, just because like nickel is like 5 cents, so something there, my little joke for the day. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and get right on into it. For monsters, we're running triple Nekroz of Colossal, not Colossal, Canister, my bad. Caster is pretty much similar to the other one. Well, not just him. This guy gets his effect to all your Nekroz monsters. But if they would battle a monster from the extra deck, it's automatically destroyed. And you can discard him to special summon a Nekroz from your graveyard. Which, all the ones you can special summon right now are kind of so-so, since you can't bring back the rituals. It'd be pretty nice if you could, but can't do that, so you can only bring back the effect monsters that they had, which none of them really are worth it in my opinion. The only one I run is Shrit. Then we run triple Nekroz of Unicorn. Probably one of the best budget Nekroz in my opinion, just because he can negate any effect of monsters, especially from the extra deck, and you can discard him to add back one of your other Nekroz, which is pretty nice. Then we got triple Manju. Just good for searching any of your ritual spells or monsters. Then double decisive armor. You can use it to boost up any of your Nekroz, or if he's on the field, you can target a set card and banish it. Well, destroy and banish it. It's also got a good attack, so I like 2 in here personally. Then 2 Gores, just since we're not really running hardly any back row. The only one I am running, I think, is Mirror Force. So I'm liking Gores. You can also run Swift Scarecrow or Battle Fader, whatever you prefer. 2 Nekroz of Colossalus. I like Colossalus at 2 no matter what kind of Nekroz deck I'm using, whether it's original or budget. He's just real nice to get out your Nekroz spell, well, Nekroz ritual spells real quickly. And you can special them if you need to, but normally I don't. Then we got 2 Shrit. Again, just decent card. You can use him. Pretty much the only thing I'm really gonna use him for is playing out Caster. Not Caster, Decisive Armor. My bad. Sorry about that. You can use it for the others, but it's preferably better to use it for your Decisive Armor, but it's really up to you. And then you can search one of your other warriors, which there are not really that many in this version, but the only other thing you have is Colossalus. Yeah. Then 1 Dance Princess, just because it's a pretty good card. Makes so your opponent can't stop your rituals from coming out. Well, you can't stop the ritual spell. And then prevents targeting. If you shoot her, you can add back one of your banish. So pretty nice. Running 1 Phantom of Chaos. I'm liking it in here, just nice for after you send stuff with Kaleidoscope, or if you have a Colossal, not Colossal, I don't know why I want to call him that all the time. Decisive Armor in Graveyard. You can banish it just to have a big beater to get over something, or destroy a set card. Or you can use one of the others if you need to. Then 1 Effect Veiler. You can run more if you want to just kind of tight on the room, but I'm liking Effect Veiler in here. It's good against a lot of different decks. But yeah, it's it for monsters. It's like 20 or 22, I think. Yeah, on to spells. We got triple Preparation of Rites. You can add back, well, add in your level 7 or lower ritual monsters, then add back one of your ritual spells, so pretty nice. Triple Mystical, get rid of some back row. I was going back and forth on Roll Decree or Mystical in here. That's really just player preference, whatever you prefer. I feel Roll Decree gets hit a little bit too easily right now, so I side it, so then if they are running a lot of traps, game 2, I can just side in Decree and hopefully everyone won't expect it. Then do Kaleidoscope. I kind of only use 3, but it can clog a little bit, so I only use 2. Then 2 Mirror and 1 Cycle. I don't feel that 6 are really needed in this version, since there's not as many rituals that you'd be bringing out, but I've been liking this. So yeah. Then 2 Mirror, like I said. Oh yeah, I guess I'll explain them. Kaleidoscope, you can use monsters from your extra deck, and then Mirror you can use from hand or field. So they both can be decent. It's kind of like this, since I use the extra deck a lot for bringing out stuff, so I might drop one of these to go into a third, but we'll see. Now I'm running 2 Miracle Synchro Fusions. That's just to go into Draco Requests or Supreme Arcanite, since you do run Dragons and Fusions, and Dragon and Fusion Synchros, which you can send with Kaleidoscope. So it's a decent little card in here, nice little tech, makes the deck a little bit better since you don't have Brios or Trishula or Valkyris, any of the more expensive guys in here. 2 Mass Change the second, so you can go into your Acid or Koga with any of your waters or your lights. Just another thing to go into, and nice to get rid of all that back row with Acid. Then 1 Nekroz cycle, just nice, so if you have stuff in graveyard, you can bring back something in grave by attributing something, so it can be decent. Then 1 Regeki. I include Regeki in here since it's going to be getting a reprint in the new Gold series, so I figured it'll probably be budget then, but can't say for sure. So if you don't have Regekis, you can very easily just replace it for Dark Hole, but we'll see when the Gold series comes out. Then 1 Snatch Steal, just because it's too good not to run, and 1 Rhoda for searching, and then for traps, 2 Mirror Force. So that's it for the main deck. Then some other cards you could consider that I just got sitting over here would be Trishula, just because it's not really all that expensive now. They're only like about 20, 23, somewhere around there. So if you want to run Trishula, you very well could. I've tried Ogishiki Chain. It can be decent, but I just don't really have the room for it right now. Same thing with the Jin. I think if you run Trishula, the Jin's better to run, but in this version, the only thing really that I would bench for would be a Colossalus, so it's kind of like, I don't know if I'd really want to. Then, like I said, Swift or Faders, Dark Hole, and Decrees you could also use in here. So just some other options that I've tried in here, and going back and forth. But the main at this time, I'm liking what I have right here. It seems to be pretty solid. Yeah, getting onto the extra deck. The 1 Drago Knight, Draco Requests. Normally you're going to have your Unicorn out, so it won't really have its effect, and you have to banish a Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard, then it pretty much just gains that monster's effect. So if you can use that, can be decent, but that you don't normally use that. Pretty much he's just going to be a beater, so yeah, that's about all. On the other hand, Supreme Arcanite, you have to use a spellcaster, so you'll probably be using a Unicorn, so you probably won't have a Unicorn on field, so it can be a 3400 monster if it comes out and attack, and you can detach 1 to either draw a card or pop a card, so I really like them, works pretty well. Then 2 Master Your Acids, like I said, just good for getting rid of some back row, lower your opponent's monster's attack, really like them in here. 1 Koga, just in case you just have one of your little Manju's out or effect failure, you could potentially just get out some with a little more attack and can hold up something. 1 Scrap Twin, so most times I'll have a Unicorn and a Colossalus. I mean, Unicorn and Canister. I don't know why I always want to call everything Colossalus, but yeah, Unicorn and a Caster in hand, so then you can just use Kaleidoscope, drop Scrap Twin, and go into both of them, which is pretty nice. 1 Scrap Dragon, in case you have 2 Unicorns or a Colossalus and a Canister. Just kind of try to cover the different levels. Caster or a Unicorn for Michael, since lots of these guys can be decent targets for your Phantom of Chaos. Then 1 TG Hyper Librarian, just so I can go into my Supreme Arcanite. And that's pretty much it for him. You can send 1 of your 5, which will be your Caster. And then 1 Caster, since it's decent, you can synchro into it with Effect Failure if you need to. Same thing with the Librarian, but you normally don't. You'll probably just be sending them, and just another thing that you can move for Phantom of Chaos if you need to. 2 Herald of Arclights, since it works really well to search out any of your ritual spells or monsters if you use it for, well, if it's sent to the graveyard, which you're normally going to send it for your Unicorn. Well, it's the only thing you really send it for, so I like it in here, works well too. Then for Synchros, 1 Castel, which the Exceeds, I mean, not Synchros, but Exceeds. Yeah, but for Exceeds, you can really do whatever you want. I really rarely go into Exceeds, but they're there if need be. So, you can really do whatever you want for these. These don't have to be these. But yeah, 1 Castel, 1 Exciton, and 1 Emerald, just because sometimes it's decent for recycling stuff. If you were going to get any of these 3, I'd probably go for Emerald. He seems to be the one I use the most just for recycling, or maybe Exciton if you need to field nuke. But yeah, there was my budget Nekroz deck, aka Nickel. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.